initially you'll see the masajid full to the capacity, and then 3-4 days down the road, slowly, the people stop coming to the masjid as well, and that's one part of the reason that they prefer money over good deeds. नहीं English में हो रही है कि उर्दू में हो रही है?
Yeah, big Sarah. Like, we have English audience, we have Chinese audience, so we'll start like we'll do all together.
Should elect one person and one person in the whole country, and you can see this moon.
Yeah, sometimes it happened. I think so. A few years back, there were 3 Eids. You know that?
Yes.
Like literally 3 Eids. Nobody could decide like वह वजी तू follow कर ला, वह तू follow कर ला. भाई कोई country है, कितनी बारी चल निकलेगा.
I don't think we can get united on any of these issues anymore. It used to be back in the days. I think once it happens out of the blue, isn't it?
Yes, it did happen
a couple
one
of years
time.
ago. Couple of years ago, Eid was on the same day for everybody.
Ramadan is just a few hours away, and inshallah we'll discuss how we spend in UK. UK is a bit different because it's longer hours, it's cold, and it's rainy, and it's the taraweehs are different.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Maulvis, not sometimes, always the Maulvis don't agree with each other when the Ramadan is going to start.
Yeah.
And so we have the Ramadan moon, and then we have the Eid moon fights. So inshallah we'll discuss all of that and everything in middle.
Did they say is it Kandura or is it some other
Kandura in Arab countries.
Kandura?
Kandura.
So what is top?
Well, you can call
Top
that
is
as
the
well.
one which is army uses.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are all fine and you're enjoying your life. We are enjoying as well. How we are enjoying, we'll tell you in a bit. But right at the moment, we'll start with congratulating you, all of you, for happy Ramadan. MashaAllah, it's starting from tomorrow. Let me introduce my very close friend, Mr. Sajid Javed. क्या नाम है आपका?
Hamza Javed.
Mr. Sajid Javed.
Ji, walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you, brother and sister?
Bro, you're not taking it
First
seriously,
of all,
man.
the Ramadan starting tonight.
Ramadan or Ramzan?
For Pakistani, it's Ramazan.
Ramadani, Ramzan.
Ramzan Mubarak.
And for you?
For in Arabic,
as,
Ramadan.
As you're not Pakistani, so you say Ramadan.
Ramadan.
So you don't
and
say
in English,
Ramzan.
you say Ramadan.
Ramadan?
Yes.
Oh, my days. How do you call your name in English?
My name?
Sajid?
Sajid.
Sajid?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Let me introduce you to the another guest we have.
You need to
right
have
now.
Vicks first, so you can start talking.
We have another guest just arrived all the way from Los Angeles, California. Let me introduce you to Mr. Saud Ibrahim.
What happened?
How are you, Mr. Saud Ibrahim?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. So we were just discussing, we have already started. Sorry, you were late. So we were discussing that tomorrow is Ramadan. In Pakistan, it's Ramzan.
Ji, Uncle Ramzan.
So what do you think about it? Like, you've been spending few Ramadans in UK, and you're brought up in, mashallah, Mr. Dubai.
Mr. Dubai.
Even though your name is Mr. Saud.
I'm half Saudi.
Well, by the way, let's talk about you right now, okay?
Now the camera is switched on me. I'll talk.
Yeah. So you can talk. It's
No,
all right.
Mr. Furqan, you can start. Bismillah.
But let me ask you. Let me start with this question. How come your name is Saud? Like, what happened? What's the story? Like, like what? When you were born, what were your parents thinking? Oh, mashallah, bacha hai. Dalla, da kya kiye paliye loke.
नहीं English में हो रही है कि उर्दू में हो रही है?
Yeah, big Sarah. Like, we have English audience, we have Chinese audience, so we'll start. Like, we'll do all together.
Okay, you need to explain what did you say? First of all,
He said we सब इकट्ठी करेंगे in Chinese.
So let me go back to Mr. Saud Ibrahim.
My name is unimportant. Don't worry about it.
Unimportant?
Yes. Not unimportant. It's unimportant.
not important at all.
Oh, okay. What, Mr. Sajid Javed? We were talking
Yes,
to Sajid
Hamza
Javed.
Sajid Javed?
Everyone's Javed here today.
उधर करो इसको काट
Because Javed times 4.
So, Mr. Furqan
Javed.
Qureshi, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Did you
Mr.
come-
Mr.
did-
Furqan
no,
Qureshi, I'll-
Furqan bhai, did you come from the north side today?
Yeah, that's what we were, because a lot of
I-
audience, they ask question in comments like
They
this
asked question
gentleman
to who?
Huh?
To who?
to our team sitting there. The guys, they ask this question, yeah? Yeah, our production team, they say that they always ask this.
Production team में तीन बत्तियां सिर्फ भाई.
They always ask, like, what is this gentleman? What is his problem? Because we feel embarrassed that we can't buy these kind of expensive jackets, you know? So everyone is like, why this gentleman is wearing hundreds of pounds and spending everything on this jacket and everything? Like, why can't you wear? So I don't know. I'm embarrassed, you know? You need
So
to
tell them why can't you?
Let's start from this gentleman. He never wear jacket. Idki taraf kare ji zara.
It's my brother here.
आज तीनों आ जाओ मेरे ऊपर.
He's a very wise person.
Very wise?
Yeah, let me explain. Let
Okay.
me break it down for you.
Okay, break it down.
He's mashallah spent 40 pound on kanduras
Today? That's why there is crease.
all together.
Okay.
4 kanduras, 5 topi, 2 shoes.
You know, bro,
Any occasion.
good thing is, mashallah, brother. He never buys it on his own. It's always a present from his wife and mashallah,
Mashallah.
Ahliya. All his ahliyas, yeah?
Barak.
That's why. Huh?
Ahliyas.
It's only ahliya? I don't know, man. What's going on?
What's going on? You tell me.
भजन बड़ी मुश्किल से जनाब ऑडियंस की भरपूर फरमाइश के ऊपर हमें एंजल मिल नहीं रहा था. लोग कह रहे थे कि जो ताहिर शाह ने गाना गाया है
जमीन
ऐसी का स्लैब के लिए आवांगे आज. आपके लिए जो
Angel. जी फरमाओ.
So tell me,
Okay, what
what's
do you
the
wanna
story behind
EPL
this?
का वो लग रहा बैच.
What's the
18
story
में
behind
होता
the kanduras and the topis and the
Kandura
mustache
is one of the dress I like to wear.
Okay, but
Yes.
why you
What are
don't
the other
why you
ones?
only wear once in a whole year?
No, well, in front of you, you only saw me from few times.
No, I've seen
I wear
you
all the
almost
time.
every week.
Well, not anymore. I used to wear all the time.
Okay,
Yes.
so what happened now? What changed?
Kanduras getting destroyed. They're getting gold in short.
No, I have a few collections actually, more than few collections.
Okay, more
I
than
have
your few collections.
I have a full cupboard of kanduras.
But let me
with
ask
different
you one
toppings.
thing. Let me ask you one thing. When was the last time you bought a kandura yourself? You always tell us that
Before marriage.
before marriage.
Yes.
So it was like 1963.
No, it's 53. Yeah, let me correct you. It's 1953.
Okay,
Yes.
mashallah, mashallah.
Okay,
That's good.
uncle, how long did you buy your kanduras for, uncle?
Every year, every.
Okay, let's
Eid.
come to the main topic, inshallah. What was the topic today? What do you want to discuss about?
Kanduras?
Kandura?
Kanduras with matching topic.
Bro, let me ask you one more
Yes,
thing.
bro.
You were born and brought up in mashallah, United Arab Emirates, huh? They say, what do they say there? Is it kandura or is it some other
Kandura
name?
in Arab countries.
Kandura.
Kandura.
So what is top?
Well, you can call
Top
that
is
as
the
well.
one which is army uses.
Yes. You
Oh,
put the bullet
yes.
in and it flies out.
Top नहीं है ये.
Top होता है.
हाँ,
होता
तो
है.
होती है.
Top?
Soap.
Soap.
A thorp? A
Thob.
thorp?
You take your
But in
tongue out.
Pakistan, soap is that thing, you know, you...
Oh, sabun होता है.
Yeah.
That soap is everywhere in the world.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Not in Pakistan.
No, but we say soap there. So he's saying thorp.
Soap.
Thob.
Thob.
Thob. A thorb!
Yes.
A thorb. चलो ठीक है जी.
ये तो इसकी तरफ रख के रहा.
चला दो.
चला दो भाई. अंधाधुन.
चलें जी, माशाल्लाह बहुत शुक्र हो गया. अब let's come to the, what do you want to discuss about today?
Today we will discuss about Ramadan. Ramadan is just around the corner.
Okay.
It's only a few
It's
hours
not in the
away.
corner anymore.
It's only a few hours away from us.
Oh, how dare you?
Please tell him.
How dare
Please
you,
tell
bro?
him.
Well, I'm allowed to
Why?
cut him off.
Why?
But you're not.
No, he's a Misa,
I
mashallah.
have,
Misa.
I have certificate as well. Written certificate.
Apologize. Apologize or give the
Yes,
top.
okay. Let me apologize.
Oh,
Let me apologize.
cut. Okay, so you were saying
before,
around the corner, yeah.
before this individual interrupted me, I was saying Ramadan is just a few hours away. And inshallah, we'll discuss how we spend in UK. UK is a bit different because it's longer hours, it's cold, and it's rainy, and the taraweehs are different.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Maulvis, not sometimes, always the Maulvis don't agree with each other when the Ramadan is going to start.
Yeah.
And so we have the Ramadan moon and then we have the Eid moon fights. So inshallah we'll discuss all of that and everything in middle. So I'll start. I think the first thing that when it comes to Ramadan, I think in the past few years, Ramadan has been very difficult because they've been very, very long. I think it's time management. Managing everything, your work, your roza, your taraweeh, and family, it becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
That is one thing when Ramadan comes. But inshallah, I think from this year onwards, it's going to get easier.
Okay, let me start from even before. Yeah, this thing you said about like the difficult decision of when the Ramadan is going to start. What do you guys think? Because it's a common discussion among Muslims around the country. Well, around the world, you can say. Even in Pakistan, there are two Eids and two separate. Like some people they follow Saudi, some people they follow their own with eyewitnesses and stuff. What do you guys think? I'm not asking in a way like you guys are some like alim or scholar or something,
Why
or
not?
mufti, because you're not. But what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on this? Like, some people say it's too divided. Like the Muslim Ummah, in this particular case, is too divided. That sometimes it happened. I think so. A few years back, there were 3 Eids. You know that?
Yes.
Like literally 3 Eids. Nobody could decide like where Majid follow karla, where to follow karla. Bhai koi country hai, kitni bari chal nikalega. So what do you guys think? Like, what do you Furqan bhai? Mashallah, let's start with brother Furqan.
Alim Furqan
Oh,
Haji Tabarakatalu
Maulana.
बड़े सीरियस बैठे हुए
गाना सुन रहा था
एंड्रू टेट वाला पोज
अच्छा जी क्या सवाल था दोबारा
सवाल ये था कि भाई रमजान is around the corner. Is it, yeah?
Not in
Ramadan
the corner
moon.
anymore. It's just sitting next to us.
Ramadan moon, the fight over Ramadan moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think in your
Please come back.
nakas akal?
I'll rather pass it now. I was going to enlighten you, educate you, but don't seem like you want some education here.
Oi.
Oh my days. The accent. Where you got the accent? Just forget about it. Teach us some accent, bro. क्या है ये बताइए? What do you think?
Bhajan, money making schemes.
Oh, is it?
Making strategies.
Okay.
The Eid, matlab obviously more money. Remember we went to the restaurant, the guy was saying everybody, the Khalifa didn't kept the fast and he was telling all his people to not do it either. So I don't think we can get united on any of these issues anymore.
Mhm.
It used to be back in the days. I think once it happens out of the blue, isn't it?
Yes, it did happen
a couple
one
of years
time.
ago. Couple of years ago, Eid was on the same day for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but some people say we are following Saudi. I don't know how does that make any sense in Islam. You're supposed to look at your crescent where you're residing. If not, the neighboring country. Saudi Arabia is far away from here, and so is Morocco as well. And today, somebody was telling about badminton. They have said the moon. You can see the moon tonight in UK, anyways, around
Okay.
6, half 6, something like that.
Mhm.
So the point being is that these issues they've been like ongoing since ages now, decades if I'm not wrong, and it's a shame as well. What message are we giving to non-Muslims? If we cannot get united on this issue alone, are we gonna get the whole Ummah united on anything else?
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. What do you think? Like in your nakasakal?
My Nakasakal says, okay, you are a Nakasakal. Asking Nakas question. So I'll give a Nakas jawab. And I think I partially agree with Furqan by where it's become a money making scheme, and we see this literally. I mean, I won't get into the whole debate of fiqh, what is allowed or not allowed. There are two opinions. One says global moon sighting is okay. One says local moon sighting is okay. In this scientific world, because the thing is that now it's the same moon.
Yeah.
It's the same moon.
Yeah.
If you see in one part of the world, it means it's the same moon in the other part of the world.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like there are two opinions as far as I know. So whichever you follow, then you just follow that. That's why even people who follow Saudi, they say, yes, we follow Saudi. One thing is just for unity.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just like they may follow that opinion where it says we follow the global viewing of the moon and we accept that. So it's just, again, but our ulamas don't unite on each other. Like in UK, this is the problem. You know, I never knew about there's so many sects, you know, Barelvi, Deobandi and Wahhabi and Salafi. And they have their own masajid here. And each other won't visit each other. They won't pray behind each other. One will call this kafir and the other person will call this kafir. So when you have this problem, they obviously there'll be no unity.
Yeah.
So how would they talk to each other?
Yeah.
You know, why can't they just just have one council? It's so easy. Have a council. I say at least on this, at least in this mudda, on this moon sighting, we should at least unite so there's less confusion. But they don't do that
Yeah,
because you know they again it's an ego thing. I think there is nothing to do with Islam or fiqh. If you know, we're not that educated, but Islam promotes unity over everything.
Yeah.
No matter what the ruling is, they say if the ummah is getting divided, rather than dividing the ummah, you should unite them. And it doesn't matter who's doing when or what fiqh they're following. Just say, okay, as one ummah or UK or UA or European, we're deciding this is Eid or this is Ramadan.
But don't you think it's beauty of democracy that you can have your own Eid and I can have my own Eid? No, but here's the thing. Seriously, I think so. Back in the days when it was Khilafah or one government for the whole Muslim Ummah, it used to be easy. I can imagine that if the Khalifa says there is moon in this, there was moon sighting in this country or this region, then the whole region does the Eid, right? But now because, but I don't understand in Pakistan why they do it, because there is a Muslim government. Like, I don't think so in Morocco or all these places there are two Eids or something. I never heard about it.
No.
It's only in our country or maybe India or these countries where, like foreign countries where there is no Muslim kind of, how do you call it? Like Muslim government, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they can't really do anything because every city, every masjid, they are just following their own thing. But in a way, I'll like to say every year is like, just don't get into these things. Just if you think that your masjid closest to you or where you're going to pray Taraweeh, whenever they're doing it, just do it. Like, don't get confused. Like, you know, especially for new Muslims or even people who come from, let's say, Pakistan, India, come here. It could be their first Eid this time because a lot of students are here. So don't get into this complication. Just wherever you went for Taraweeh, wherever you go for, just follow them. Right?
Imagine it's easy for students who are coming from outside to follow one thing. I know people who in the same family have 2 different days of Ramadan and 2 different days of Eid. So one brother would be doing something else some other day, other brother would be doing some other day. For those people who are single,
It's very common in this country.
Is it?
You know, you have few family members in the same house, living in the same
Has it
house.
ever happened that you and your wife, you had 2 separate Eids? No. Like, I don't know. Maybe you
No,
never
it never
know.
happened.
You know?
But you know, in this country, you know, you do see, you know, in one family, like few brothers and sisters, they're celebrating different days. But I think what you should do is you should elect one person and one person in the whole country, and you can see this moon and what do you call it?
Yeah, that
Just-
thing is very good advice. Sorry to cut you off, but I know where you're going. But the thing is that
He's going to the
it never
moon.
happened.
He's
It
going to
never
the
happened.
moon.
It's
No,
never
but
gonna happen.
that's the best thing.
Yeah, but it's never
Because-
gonna happen. Let's talk practical. You know,
Yeah, but okay.
what you are saying is ideal, but it's not practical.
It's good to see everyone celebrating on one day.
Yeah, but it never happened. So the only solution you think of is just do your own thing. Even if just don't create लड़ाई झगड़े ना करो,
फितना,
ठीक है ना?
फितना and
फितने
फसाद।
फतने ना करो। बस जेड़ा जिथे कर
फिर
रहे
तो
हैं
मजा ही
करिए।
नहीं आना फिर.
तो पैसे
Other than that, if
पैसे
you-
कैसे बनेंगे?
Now, if you think like that uncle that day, if you think the chicken shop guy.
Chicken
shop.
shop? Chicken shop? Chicken uncle?
Chicken uncle.
Now, if you think there is some kind of
Chinkle.
corruption going on, then obviously try to avoid it. You know, because that's try to do your research.
Yeah.
Because wherever you're praying namaz, just try to do, if like you need to find out they are legit people. You know, they are not just doing like that day. The uncle said that the imam of the masjid or khalifa, as you said, his wife came and she was like, yeah, we had roza, and the whole community they didn't allow them to have roza just for whatever sake. You know,
Yes.
so just do your research.
Yeah.
Let's move forward. What's the next thing about Ramadan you wanna experience? You wanna share?
I think as I said, managing managing time.
Yeah.
I think it is very important over here because if you're coming from, especially from Muslim countries where there are adjustments made for Ramadan,
Yeah.
there is no adjustment in UK or Europe.
Mm.
You know, it's the same time.
Mm.
If you work 9 to 5 or 9 till 10 or whatever shifts you're doing, there are no adjustments.
Mm.
So you have to fast and you have to manage everything, your ibadah and everything during that time. And there is no like, oh, you know, you can go 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock at home and then get ready for iftari and this, that, the other. So you have to be very careful and you have to manage it properly. Otherwise, because Ramadan is like, it's a big thing for a Muslim. So you have to really make use of it, of the time. And the only way you can do it, if you give time to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you give time to Quran, you give time to Salah and Ibadas and all of that. And if you are just working and tired, you can't do anything else. So it's very important that you look at the timetable. I personally talk to my workplace. I say, look, Ramadan is, I have this, you can say, facility where I can tell people, look, I am readjusting my hours. I may start early and then I'll finish early as well. So then I can go and have a nap or something. But many people, they can't do that. So this is very important because I remember last year, Taraweeh, what time you were coming home? 12?
Yeah, it was
12
late.
o'clock?
It was
Midnight,
late.
yes.
Midnight. And year before that, 1 o'clock. It was really, and then we have to keep fast at 3 o'clock in the morning again. So it became very difficult. So that's one thing I would say.
Any other ideas? One thing I would add in this this point is that recently one of my friend, he called me. He lives in an area where it's mostly his workplace is all white, so there's no Muslim or Asian or anything. And he said to his manager, he sent a text that I need holidays or I don't know, something about time management. And he was like, why? He was like, we have this Ramadan and we have Eid. And this guy, his manager, he didn't know that because he's, I don't know, he never came across some Muslim,
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you are working in a place where it doesn't matter there are Muslims or not, it's good to talk to them because sometimes they're not educated. So in a way, you are also educating them for the upcoming whatever people, Muslim people and stuff. So now this guy, the manager, he replied to him that I need to sit with you to understand what's happening, So he told me that he's going to have a meeting and stuff. So it's a good thing. Because in this country, if I've never heard a case where they don't allow you to do, your own thing. Because they try their best
They
to
have to
accommodate.
make reasonable adjustments.
Exactly.
It has to be reasonable. I know that they give you time for Salah and you're doing Nafal and everything and Quran and all of that. Break time, like I'll give my example. I used to divide my break time within 3. So if I get a 1 hour break, I'll divide it into 3 parts. So because I'll have Zohar, Asr and Maghrib at the same time. So I'll tell my manager instead of 1, because I'm not eating anything. So can I have 3 breaks instead of, and I'll be quick in and out, and they'll be fine with that. So you have to, be reasonable as well. Then, if you go and start saying, oh, I think kafiri, no ki pata, doing your nafal and everything, Quran, don't do that. Just because you are on their time, you're getting paid. And then you have to talk to them and you have to be, a bit fair to them as well. Because they're paying you money. So that's the one thing I will add. Furqan bhai?
Yeah, that's one other thing I was going to say. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, 100%.
The famous saying. If you don't want to do anything, nobody can force you, firstly. Secondly, a lot of people, they hesitate to speak to their managers or their bosses about dividing their time into different breaks. I've seen people, I know people personally, especially the taxi drivers, when it's iftari time or sahri time, they're on the roads because it's obviously surges there. So the prices are high and they want to make some money, especially when people are doing taraweehs. A lot of people miss that. Initially, you'll see the masajid full to the capacity, and then 3-4 days down the road, slowly, the people stop coming to the masjid as well. And that's one part of the reason that they prefer money over good deeds. And obviously, I would say is the lack of education, a lack of the knowledge about Ramadan, like what a blessed month that is. We know what happened in the car crash. I was just thinking when I was upstairs, that guy, them I've thought he's got like plenty of years to live. And he was literally sitting on the roadside, none of his fault. And he passed away, isn't it? The guy who was supposed to get married. And there's a famous hadith is about the Ramadan. We need to educate ourselves because we don't know. This might be our last Ramadan. We don't even know. A lot of people, a couple of years back, I went to Taraweeh and they was making the announcement before the Taraweeh started, after Isha, because there's a namaz-e-janazah. Somebody passed away after Maghrib.
One day before.
Same day Ramadan, like Taraweeh tonight. It was Taraweeh. And there goes Maghrib time, he passed away. So we don't know how many of us going to make it to the next Ramadan. So might as well make most of this Ramadan at least.
100%. Yeah. And
I would add a few things in there. First of all, your niyyah should be correct. when Ramadan comes, you need to keep a niyyah.
Intention, yeah.
Intention is very, very important. That is blessing month. Like Furqan said, last year you attend the Ramadan, but this year you don't know, or maybe the coming years. So you get the best out of it. You become as a best person, best version of yourself. It's very important. Try to improve yourself, your zikr azkar, your salah, and try to be a patient person, compared to daily routine, daily life. So it's very, very important. People, in Ramadan, especially in our community, people think about the business money. Who is a businessman who runs the shop or food shop. They think, oh, Ramadan's coming, is extra money coming for the people. They earn for the whole year in Ramadan, just in 30 days.
Yeah.
They don't pray. They don't do extra azkar. They don't do salah on time. They don't even go to the masjid, which is very, very upsetting. So you need to make sure that get as much out of it you can
No,
for the
amazing,
future
mashallah.
life.
No, may Allah give us all tawfiq, inshallah, to spend like this extra time and extra effort. I remember, discussing about this thing. When people don't do stuff on the positive side, I knew someone back in the days. This gentleman, he used to work in Tesco's, and every year he had this one routine. Everybody knows in his family that every year in Ramadan he always take off. So all his holidays he gathered them to get them on in the month of Ramadan. So mashallah, there are people. They are they always think advanced. That
All your effort,
they plan their life
all your
like
effort,
that, yeah.
you get reward with. You can't see the reward right now,
Yeah.
but when you die,
Yeah.
and then you will be able to see all this, deeds, good deeds. You'll see, okay, I don't even remember where all these deeds came from.
And especially when you said about taxi driver and stuff. Now, when you're a taxi driver, you're self-employed. This is the blessing. Like, just imagine that guy working for someone is like, oh, all these 28 holidays or 30 holidays. Can you do that? Can you do it in Ramadan? And the manager is, no, I can't do it. Because there's Eid, a lot of people are going on holiday and stuff. So when you have this kind of
with the
business, when taxi, it's the
You can
best
work
thing.
for 11 months. You can have one whole month off
Yeah.
in taxi with
Yeah.
self-employed.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Let's move on to the main thing. Why we do Ramadan? Why the main thing is when we focus on food too much, and this is something which is a big problem, and it's common around all the cultures. That in Sahur and in Iftar, people, their main focus is to, in the morning when it's Sahur, they're thinking, we're going to have a long day. They drink as much water as they can. They eat as much food as they can because they need to survive. And when it's Iftar, then their focus is that, oh, main sara din bhukha thi. So let's eat everything, Like
They eat so much they can't even pray the Tarawih.
Now, this is the thing, yeah. So, what do you guys think, especially for Khan Bhai, because he's kind of has this knowledge about all the food, nutrition, and everything. How do you think we can make the food more efficient by eating less, so we can do the other things as well, and then having whole day kind of feeling good, energetic and full, and we can go to work and do our own everything on spot. What is your
So
suggestion?
let's start with yourself first. Tell us about your diet. What do you normally eat?
Okay, now
How's it go?
no. This is the thing,
He eats
because
all oily food.
because
Pakodes,
with me
samosa.
now here's another thing. Now we get to discuss maybe two cases, because I'm in this country. I don't have family, so I make my own food, and then obviously it's a
We are your family. Don't you worry me.
अभी रोजे में 3 घंटे है झूठ बोल सकता है
So the thing is, when you're single or when you're a student or you're single here, there's a different life. You need to get up early, make all the parathas or whatever you like, and then do your sahur. But the thing is, because you're working, you don't have that much time. So let's say if you come late in the night, then you don't have that much time, and but if you have family, it's different, because then there is someone to make food, and then you are working, so you get that advantage. So for me, if you are asked personally, my sahur is parathe and salan, normal. And iftar, normally it's food, same food like salan and roti or whatever. But sometimes, if I'm home early from work or something, then I try to make maybe chaat or वो जो जैसे अपना देसी सारा है वो चाट पकौड़े
मिर्च
है
मसाले है।
मिर्च मसाले नहीं मिर्च मसाले तो नहीं कह सकते तेल वाले like more
Oily, fried stuff.
yeah that's the thing because in our culture where we come from it's a lot of oily food in especially in iftar
Yes.
The
So-
food is swimming in the oil.
yeah. So I don't know you
I
gonna
won't call it swimming. I'll call it drowning.
Achha, in Ramadan, what I do is before Ramadan starts, first thing what I do, I get hijama done. Okay, I do the sunnah points and I do some extra cuppings.
Have you got done already?
Yes, alhamdulillah. And
Will I see yaar?
Huh?
so in Ramadan, I try to eat healthy. Well, actually, whole year I try to eat healthy, but in Ramadan, I'm a bit more, I would say, I try not to eat oily food at all.
what's healthy
So let me come to it.
yeah
Okay.
Sabar kar jappa yaar.
A few years back, when we had only 3-4 hours to put everything into place.
Let him finish, please. Let him finish.
Okay, if you ask me something, let me complete myself. Okay.
complete yourself
So when we had 3-4 hours, like when we have to do iftari, and then you go for tarawih and come back and suhoor. So we had very limited time in 3-4 hours. What I used to do in iftari, I used to just have fruits, not the fruit chart with lots of masala on there, just
cream chaat bhi
no,
hoti
no,
hai
no cream, nothing, just pure fruits with dates in there and a glass of water.
That's not called fruit chart, by the way.
No, but that's what people
that is
think.
called
Let
fruit,
me make
that's
it clear.
called fruit bowl.
Okay, fruit bowl, right? And with a glass of water. And suhoor, I used to get roti with salan and milk with mixed nuts in there and honey in there. That's-
ਸਾਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਔਕਾਤ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ
ਪਕੌੜੇ ਸਮੋਸੇ ਭਾਈ
So for the past few years, actually more than few years, this is my diet on Ramadan. So in 1 month, my body is like nice and strong and
oh nice and strong like in shape
not shape. I would say healthy.
You-
I would
you
call
feel
healthy.
just for 1 month.
No, I'll try most of the year as well. But in Ramadan, I'm more stricter. In normal months, normal days, sometimes I do eat outside food, here and there, but not regularly though.
Okay. जी साउथ भाई
Don't ask me.
बताएं.
I'm your typical Pakistani, eating everything, all masale, shasale, all pakode, fried stuff, everything. So don't ask me. I think
what do you do in sahur
suhoor, I tried to change it last year, actually 2 years ago, because I had the habit of overeating since I was a kid. So to cut down on that, it was very difficult. So I thought, actually, it was more of anxiety that if I cut down on food, I'll be hungry throughout the day. So I thought, let me try this. So I tried this meal, which worked quite well for me. Just boiled eggs, a bit of fruit, and water, maybe 2 glasses, and that's it. And and I wouldn't feel hungry, thirsty, or anything throughout the day. And even during when it came to opening the fast, even if after having a date, I wouldn't even like to eat. But the problem is that if you are with family, like Mrs. likes to cook, you want to like cook fried stuff. And not only that, if you have family around, if you're visiting family or something, if you go to their places, it's definitely they have fried stuff.
yeah
So sometimes what happens, even if you're trying to control it, you can't control it if you have that kind of circle. So that was my diet last year. And inshallah, this year, that's what I'm going to do, at least for my, suhoor. That's what I'm going to try to do. And sometimes if I was late in getting up, I'll have 4 khajur or 3 khajur or 5 khajur, and they were enough. So subhanallah, it happens that you don't even need that much food. So sometimes when I would say if I get up late, 5 khajur, and then that's it. And glass of water.
अच्छा एक चीज छोटी सी I'll like to add in Pakistan in our culture khajur is only meant to be
Ramadan.
no only meant to open your iftar like khajur se shuru karo khajur that is a right thing
Yes.
but people never think because when I came here I understood that khajur if you go into proteins and energy khajur has the most
Yes.
so you should actually start your day with sahur like with khajur
Yes.
in the morning
Yes.
with a date I never knew that but in Pakistan or
Yes.
iftariya you can
Yes.
do with khajur
Yeah.
with the date
So
Chalo.
ji Hakeem Saab. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਡਾਇਗਨੋਸ ਕਰੋ
अच्छा जी अगला सवाल
ਉਹ ਭਾਈ ਯਾਰ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ? What do you do?
फरगान ने कहना जो मर्जी खाओ पियो यार बस
याशी करो।
याशी करो
याशी
यार
करो।
खाने पीने आए हो, खाने पीने आए हो।
फरगान में नहीं करता है सहूर भी बुफे रात भी बुफे
एक शुरू करता है रोजा खोलता है वो द बफे में उधर ही बैठा रहता है and he eats all night.
No, bro, seriously. Furkan bhai, what do you... Okay, समझो कैमरा बंद है.
इफ्तारी से सहूर तक पूरी बात बता
साजिद भाई को क्या suggest करोगे? How should you do is...
there's no
so-
suggestions
Okay.
you know the thing was
तो फिर बाहर चले जाओ.
अजी अल्लाह कुछ और कितना बदले लूं?
No,
यार.
no suggestion. यार
अच्छा नहीं the question was कि obviously जब आप रोजा खोलते हो तो उसके बाद एकदम से जो है ना गशी सी आ जाती है you feel like having a nap and you feel fatigued as well
Yeah.
तो in Ramadan there are two things एक तो आपने obviously spiritual factor है इसके अंदर which is far larger than anything else secondly a lot of people take it as a weight loss routine or like इन्होंने बताया कि this is the strict diet he follows in these 30 days और इसमें जो main चीज़ है ना आप your body needs macros and micros. Your macros is your carbs, protein and fats and your micros is vitamins and minerals. Anything you go below your BMR which is your basal metabolic rate जो कि आपकी बॉडी को चाहिए ही चाहिए है आप उससे नीचे जाओगे you are basically damaging your organs, you're damaging your functionality of your body as well, hormones and everything messed up. आपने जो बोला साउथ भाई के what happened is initially your body takes a couple of days to adapt to anything. ठीक है now it's up to you how you want to make it adaptogenic. होता ये है कि लाइक आप जो सुबह पराठा वगैरह जो खाते हो अगर आप वो खाते रहोगे ठीक है योर बॉडी इज नॉट गोना टेल यू ओके आई हैव इट इनफ unless you start making some changes couple of days later you were okay with eating the dates as well that is the reason because your body gets adapted you're not that hungry in ordinary days you literally like I was having this snack what it's doing at the minute is the minute I ate it the insulin level is spiked in my blood so literally when you open your fast your insulin is right to the bottom.
Yeah.
जब भी आप कुछ खाते हो, especially your fried stuff or fruit chaat and cream chaat and रूह अफ़ज़ा and name it, तो क्या होता है कि वो insulin level एक spike straight away.
Yeah.
And the greater the insulin level is, the more fatigued, the more sleepy you're gonna feel.
Oh, okay.
ठीक है, that's one of the reason. If you, what I suggest is when you open your fast, eat it with a high protein. It could be 3 boiled eggs, it could be grilled chicken, it could be protein shake. Whatever is easy for you, and then give it half an hour. In that half an hour, you can actually do your namaz as well. What I do is I open my fast with a protein shake, date, protein shake, and then I do my namaz, everything, 15-20 minutes, then I start eating. And when I eat, I'm not saying like pakode, samosa. Once in a while is fine, maybe initially.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like literally grilled chicken with some salad or a chicken wrap or something like that. That's it.
That's
it.
proper healthy.
Yeah, and in the morning, I start with obviously parathas and eggs and everything. Parathas and eggs and everything. And but as we get to the middle of the Ramadan, even that reduces to smoothies. Or could be just yogurt or something like that. Because your body is getting used to it. Your body is getting used to being hungry, basically.
Yeah. That's the thing, because...
अच्छा
Acha.
What I was thinking when he was saying that is, normally, let's say today, if I woke up in the morning, I didn't eat anything, my head starts to hurt. I don't know why. I've seen some people, it's quite bad, but some people, they're all right. In Ramadan, I do the same thing. I don't eat all day, but nothing happened. Because what he said, that maybe 1 or 2 days it happens, and then my brain is telling my body that
It's normal now. It's okay.
it's normal now. It's all right. So I don't get that
because
headache
your body
every day.
is so used to it. That's why
Yeah.
your body
And once
wants
it's
more
Eid,
food.
literally I've seen this. Like sometimes I'm like, maybe it's psychological or whatever. When it's Eid, literally one day next to Eid, if I don't eat, my head starts hurting. So what you're
So
saying is
something wrong with your head. Okay, normally, normally what happens in Ramadan, when people fasting, after the 29 days or 30 days, people, they get chubby, they get fat, they increase their weight.
Yeah.
And then they're shocked, how did it happen? We've been fasting all these days. But, it depends what you're eating. If
वो
you're eating
कहते हैं
too
ना
much,
यानी कसर आप पूरी कर रहे हो ना. Whatever you're not eating all day, you're eating double in the night. So what's the point?
Your body doesn't know what you're eating. What matters to body is your calories. Now this protein bar here is 150 calories. If I was to eat 100 grams of mayonnaise, that's literally 600 calories. And that's
Okay.
the empty calories. Now
Yeah.
this is the protein bar. Okay. So what happened is a lot of people, when they open the fast, it doesn't matter how many hours have you fasted. What matters is how do you open it. Like I said, if you're going to give everything to your body all of a sudden, which is your carbs, protein and fat, which is your pakode, samosa and everything, chicken samosa or jo bhi hai, body it collapses. Because you're giving a lot of work all of a sudden. It was like literally in a very peak state, I would say, optimal state. All throughout the day, it was keeping your hormones balanced. It was repairing itself. But when in the middle of the repairing, when you give something to digest, that's when it collapses. And that's the reason your body cannot digest it properly, anyways. When you give it a lot of food at once.
Yeah. And another thing is that when your stomach is empty, they always say that on empty stomach, whatever you eat, because it's empty, so straight away it will get all the effects in your, it starts sending all the things your body need from your stomach. So when you start over your empty stomach, when you start with oil, and oil is already not a healthy thing, we all know that. So when you start eating samosa pakoda, which is like deep fried, and another thing is these days there are so many other things, like you can do frying, the air fryer. You can use that. You don't have to deep fry everything, because in our culture you literally deep fry samosa, pakoda, and all those things. But I think so chaat is healthy other than the masala.
Yeah, if you don't add masalas in there, then it's okay.
Because in Pakistan we have this all chaat masalas to make it spicy, to like make our
you just want the spice.
taste buds happy.
You just want to taste the spice.
Now don't do that. Rather than that, you can just add maybe some other, like thing. But like the main thing is that try your best to eat healthy. Or jiske alawa, anything else it comes in your mind. Quickly, we want to cover about the experience you have in.
In UK, when I came to UK, that time the Ramadan and the Rosa was very, very easy. I remember I used to go college right early. When I used to get up in the morning, just before leaving for college, I used to close my sahur. And then when I'm coming back from the college, sometime I have to open my fast in the bus. So it was so easy. But slowly, it gets hard back. Now it's getting back to the normal, getting easier. So what I noticed was past few years, the Ramadan was very, very lengthy.
Yeah. 18 hours.
18 hours, 20 hours, whatever you say. You only get 3-4 hours after iftar.
Yeah.
But what I experienced when I was in Pakistan, when I kept fast in in summertime, it was very, very hard. Even the hour was less, but compared to UK, it was very hard.
Yeah.
Because you
It's very
sweat a
hot.
lot.
Yeah.
You feel you're feeling thirsty all the time. Feeling thirsty all the time.
Yeah.
But in the UK, because the weather's cool, so you don't feel that much thirst. It's not always about the food. The main thing is how thirsty you are. The more you feel thirsty, it's get harder for you. Obviously,
but that's the thing. The
with it.
harder it gets, the more ajr you get.
Yeah, but that's why I was sharing my experience.
Yeah,
I find it more hard in Pakistan compared to UK.
Do you want more ajr?
Huh?
Do you want more ajr?
Everyone wants more.
No,
ajr.
but you.
Yeah, I don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Yes,
obviously, of course.
Obviously, that's
Bloody
what I said.
yes.
Yes.
Then go to
yes.
Pakistan, bro.
Huh? But if you want a more ajr, why do you want to go to Pakistan? Go to the hottest place in the world.
Hottest.
Keep the fast there.
Where?
The hottest.
Oh, what about Dubai? What about Dubai?
No, because there's ACs everywhere. You don't feel that much.
So
hot.
what you're trying to say?
You're
AC in
always
Pakistan?
indoor. You're sitting in the car. There's AC. You're sitting in the car. There's the air condition in the building everywhere. So you don't feel that much. I was talking about the people in Arab countries, the laborers. It's very, very hard for them who's working out all day in so much heat, and then they're fasting. It's very, I've seen the people getting fainted, during the daytime. Because they're fasting, and obviously imagine how much reward they will get. मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था कि पूरी दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा जो किताब पढ़ने वाली है, पढ़े जाने वाली कह सकते हैं, ठीक है, वो है कुरान, अल्लाह की किताब, ठीक है, नाजिल हुई अल्लाह पाक ने दी. और जो है अफसोस इस चीज़ का होता है कि हर दूसरे बंदे को पढ़नी भी आती है, लिखनी भी आती है, लेकिन समझ नहीं आती कि अल्लाह पाक ने कि आपसे क्या कहा है। और इस चीज़ का इतना दुख होता है कि एक किताब आप पूरी ज़िंदगी लगा देते हो, स्कूल से, नर्सरी से लेके कॉलेज तक, यूनिवर्सिटी तक, आप जी पता नहीं कितनी डिग्रीज ले ली हैं, पूरी ज़िंदगी आपने लगा ली उसका, उस किताब का अली बे से लेके A to Z आपने उसको हिफ्ज़ कर ली।
बिल्कुल सही।
लेकिन जो किताब जो अल्लाह पाक ने आपके लिए उतारी है, जिससे आपको आपको दुनिया के बारे में बताया जाता है, आपकी यहाँ की कामयाबी के बारे में बताया जाता है, और आखिरत की दुनिया से कैसे कामयाब आपके होके आप अगली दुनिया में जा सकते
सही कह
हैं,
रहे हैं।
ठीक है, उसके बारे में बताया जाता है। लेकिन अफसोस ये है कि लोग इस चीज़ में क्या कहते हैं, अपने आप को डालते नहीं हैं और मुलव्वस नहीं करते हैं और इसको तरजीह नहीं देते हैं। तरजीह उस चीज़ को देते हैं,
ओ भाई मेरे तो लग गई मुलव्वस।
मुलव्वस नहीं करते, मतलब किस में मुलव्वस?
मतलब इस चीज़ में अपने आप को शामिल नहीं करते ना। वो कहते हैं कि भाई दुनियावी तालीम आप ले लो, ठीक है, आपकी डिग्री आपके हाथ में आ गई, समझो आपने भाई घर में जो है आप
अच्छा,
बस
कैसे
पैसे आना
करें?
शुरू आ जाए।
अब इसका कोई हल भी बताएं ना।
इसका
देखिए
हल-
यार,
इट्स अ ब्लेसिंग।
मेरी बात सुने,
इसका
देखें
हल-
देखें देखें मसले पे हर बंदा पता है, हर बंदे को मसला ये है,
जी,
सोल्यूशन क्या है वो बताएं।
इसका सोल्यूशन ये है कि बच्चों को जो है ना बचपन से ही कुरान से ना मोहब्बत आप उसको उसके साथ जोड़ दो
सही
बचपन से, जो है ना, ठीक है, आप उसको पढ़ाना खुद पढ़ाओ या कहीं पे भेज, अगर आपको नहीं इतना मालूम कहीं पे आप भेज दें, लेकिन बचपन से। जब बड़े हो जाते हैं ना फिर मुश्किल हो जाता है, ठीक है। अगर आपको बड़े होकर समझ आ गई कि आपकी दुनिया में आने का मकसद क्या है, तभी आप उसकी वापस लौटोगे, वरना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है। फिर उसको हिफ्स करना, फिर उसको तफसीर के साथ पढ़ना और जानना अल्लाह पाक आपसे क्या कह रहे हैं। देखो जो एक बच्चा जब बचपन से वो पढ़ता है ना तफसीर, जब तक जवान होता है अच्छी खासी उसके पास ना इन्फॉर्मेशन आ जाती है कुरान की तफसीर, और इतनी किताबें अरबी में, उर्दू में, अंग्रेज़ी में, वो सारी जो है आपके 15-16 साल आप पढ़ते रहते हो ना, तो अच्छा खासा मवाद आपके पास आ जाता है और उसका फिर मुकाबला नहीं है, ठीक है। आप बड़े हो जाते हो, 1-2 साल आपने आलिम कोर्स कर लिया या जितने आपके इस्ताद आपने कर ली, तो वो और उसके कंपेयर करना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है।
सही कह रहे हैं यार आप। एंड आई वुड लाइक टू कंटिन्यू विद दिस this thing that Ramadan is the best time to understand and to read and to recite and to do all those things what you're saying, because normally rest of the 11 months you are kind of busy in other stuff, and this month is a blessing because everyone is doing the same thing, or at least they have this intention to do the same thing. So it's good that if you can join the whole ummah and inshallah do the whole right things like learn about Islam and Quran and
Definitely.
this thing is very important, as you said, that we read, we know how to recite, we know how to read, but we don't know how to, like, we don't know what Quran is saying.
Basically, what Allah is saying to you.
Yeah, that's
So it's very disappointing.
tricky part.
Disappointment.
Acha, disappointment. Acha, sahi.
Take one more thing I want to mention, like, Ramadan starting, alhamdulillah. So, keeping in mind, people nowadays, what they do, they compete. I'm not saying it's harmful, it's bad to compete in the Quran, how many Qurans you finished, 1, 2, 3 or 5. I think it's better if you read one ayah, understand what he's saying, and implement in your life. That's more important. Changing yourself, taking yourself towards better is more important compared to finishing, without understanding anything while they're saying to you.
100%.
It's very, very important.
100%. Ji, mashallah, we all have discussed our experiences and whatever comes to in our mind about Ramadan. It's a month coming, inshallah. We'll try to prepare as much as we can, inshallah, yeah?
इंशाअल्लाह।
नियत करते हैं सारे साथी।
नियत करते हैं जी, इंशाल्लाह।
हाथ उठाएं जो नियत करते हैं।
खड़े हो जाएं, खड़े होकर नाम लिखवाएं।
नाम लिख चुके हैं, लिखा जा चुका है। नियत जरूरी है। नियत
अल्लाह से दुआ भी है इंशाल्लाह कि अल्लाह हमें तौफीक दे कि इंशाल्लाह we'll do our best in this Ramadan. As Furqan bhai said, that you never know, we'll be here in next Ramadan. There are so many people passing away every day, every year, every month, every minute, every second, so you never know. We always obviously pray for healthy and long life, but everything is written. So inshallah, try our best to like make this Ramadan our best Ramadan, inshallah.
इंशाअल्लाह।
तो इसके साथ ही आज की ये पॉडकास्ट ख़त्म करते हैं। नेक्स्ट वीक इंशाल्लाह we'll take care.
We'll take care of.
हम आपके लिए इफ्तारी लेकर आएंगे, आप हमारे साथ शामिल हो सकते हैं.
In Ramadan, inshallah, we'll keep sharing our experience about this Ramadan, inshallah. So see you in next podcast. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.